What are your thoughts on OnlyFans, sex work, and do you believe that a woman doing OnlyFans or porn might have an impact? And if so, how and why? I can repeat any. That was a
No,
lot, so let me know if you need me to
you're
repeat
fine.
anything.
I talk about this extensively on my show. I mean, the truth is that if you are going to engage in sex work, you are going to probably make a lot of money, especially if you're young. You're on a very tight rope as you get older. Your value goes down, and men are going to want women that are younger and available to them. I'm talking about in terms of just making the person who will subscribe to your OnlyFans page. You know, obviously, women, you're declining as you age, and the truth is that high value men don't want to date women that are sex workers or even women that aren't sex workers and lean into the whole talking about how sexy and are freely available on the internet for other men to see. What we're talking about is biological proclivity. What men are doing when they first say, this sounds amazing, to date a stripper or to date a prostitute or to date a sex worker, is there's this instinct to have sex. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to have sex all the time. But then when they realize that actually a form of wanting to be in a relationship is feeling that there's a mystery to a woman, that there's something that's yours, there's something that's sacred, there's something that's powerful and beautiful that just you share. And when they realize that they have to share that with other men, it completely diminishes the man. A recent cultural example of that, obviously, is what's happening with Nina Agdal. She's not a sex worker by any means. She just kind of said some sexy things on the internet about wanting cock, and look at what...
Was not expecting that from Candace.
I'm quoting her directly, so this is purely academic. Purely academic, and look at what happened. You know, now Logan has become the laughing stock of other men as they piece together everything that she's ever said that's overtly sexual. And again, she's not a sex worker, but what happened is her value just completely plummeted because, they're this thing that men need to feel. And I don't want to say possession in a way that sounds bad, because it's not bad. It's actually really beautiful. And I'm lucky and fortunate that I get to experience that in my marriage, and it's something that women should strive toward. Women that make those exchanges in their youth, I think that's sad, and I do feel bad for Nina Agdal, is because she said a lot of those statements when she was really young. She's probably your age. And she had a camera, and she said it, and it lives forever. Right. And now every man that she dates is going to say Dylan Danis has made her available to everyone. And I hope things work out between her and Logan, but if you don't think that that's going to impact Logan, or that's not actively impacting him as a man, it is. So with women, it's a trade-off. First thing you said was, I make money. This is about money. It's about money, but when it comes down to marrying these women, men just don't want it.
And that's exactly why I said that in this industry, I'm single until I retire.
But it will still matter.
I don't plan on doing this or getting married or finding the love of my life until I retire. Yeah. Like, truthfully.
And then after that, you see what happened to Nina Agdal.
No. And then after that, I will be honest and truthful with the person that I will be getting married to or whatever, and it'll be up to him to accept that. Right?
See, but what I'm gonna say is, bro, off the rip, I wanted to pause it way before, but I want Candace Owens to finish what she's saying. But the thing is, bro, with these women is that they make a lot of money through OnlyFans, right? They make a lot, more than the average nigga do. So, off the rip, if most females, especially these kind of females, they be wanting niggas who at their level or higher. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, the average niggas, they'll probably take you. Because, you know what I'm saying, a lot of the average niggas be simps. Like, they already don't get no play, so of course they'll take anything that they could get. The best they could get, they'll take. But the niggas who already of higher value, that don't see no kind of value in these women, would never take them. They're not wanting no female like that. They're not wanting no female with no public past. Your past is public on OnlyFans. It doesn't matter if you really even post on there or what you post, my nigga. If a nigga see that OnlyFans in your bio, you automatically looked as a hoe. And it's like, I understand that females don't care because they making money, but it's like, how the fuck can you not care when you know down in your life you want to be with somebody, my nigga? Possession is a very powerful thing, but it's a strong thing. Everybody want to feel like they belong to somebody. Everybody want to feel important to somebody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, how on earth could you downgrade yourself in your prime, my nigga, When you older, who the fuck gonna want you? You already been ran through, degraded. Everybody done seen everything that you already have to offer. Come on, bro. And as men, we sexual creatures. The whole reason that we even really want to talk to you is to be able to unwrap that present and see what's under that. So it's really kind of dumb, slow, and every kind of way that you could think of to even think that you still high value just because of your bread when everybody done seen your pieces. Everybody done seen your presents. The presents is what make me go. Listen. Yes, every time we see y'all got clothes on in the mall or whatever, but literally, when I'm talking to you, I'm imagining how it's gonna feel, how it's gonna look without the clothes on. That's the goal. That's the mission. That's the mission.
Right? So,
And
that
I'm
would
just
be
saying that
his
men's
decision.
natural proclivity is to not accept that because it brings them shame. Men are biologically
Okay,
proud creatures.
I understand, but
and
not
to-
everybody
hold
can be
on,
like
just-
No, I know. I'm not. I'm just telling you what is happening and why people are. I'm just talking about cultural events and the Agdaw thing. And if you look at people like Emily Ratajkowski, she's obviously hot. But this is a woman who's now trying to make divorce chic. And I think that the understanding is in Hollywood is, sleep with her and move on. She's not marriage material. Her husband, when he had her, cheated on her because they didn't have that thing. I feel like I've slept with the girl. I've seen her naked so many times, right? So there's nothing special about Sebastian Baer marrying her because we've all seen her naked. There's nothing sacred in that relationship. And I'm just speaking on telling you, this is why women struggle to get married when they've made themselves available on OnlyFans because other men don't want to share. They don't want to share their wife. They maybe will share their girlfriend. They might think it's fun to date a stripper for a little bit. They might think, oh, this means I'm going to have sex 12 times a day. But then when it gets down to just their biological instinct, it's actually quite embarrassing for them as a man because they can look up your girl and here she is, So that's what I think is happening.
Yeah, I'm just curious about your opinion on this because I've seen like a couple of people in like Red Pill spaces, like Tates or people similar to that, talking about how they should marry a young woman. Would you agree or disagree that might not be the most like rational course of action?
To marry a young woman? What do you mean by
that I hear a lot of men talk about how a woman inherently loses value as she gets older, and that's why that they should seek out young women.
Bro, first of all, before Candace say something, my nigga, bro, this is facts. Everybody lose value when they get older. The only reason men gain value when we get older is because usually as we get older, we move up in careers or we make more money naturally. So that's why our value gets higher. As a female, they value get lower because damn near every female banks on just looks. And at the end of the day, even if you do got a personality or you do got a good vibe, that's not things that men see off the rip. What we see is the looks off the rip. So of course we're going to be more naturally attracted to females that's younger because of that reason. You get what I'm saying? So when you come back and ask a question like that, how is you going to ask Candace Owens that? Like she a man. It's a man right here. Ask that ugly ass nigga. Don't ask Candace. But I digress. Let's get into it, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe.
Well, I live in the South, and a lot of people get married young, and I think it's really beautiful and wonderful. They preserve this sort of innocence. I have people that work for me that want to get married at 22. They drop out of school. So I don't think there's anything wrong with marrying when you're young. I'd have to see the full context of what they're talking about because I do think, obviously, the longer you wait, and especially in this society that's creating this simulation that sexuality equates to freedom when it doesn't, that what he might be suggesting is that the longer a woman runs free, the more partners that she's gathering and her worth is being diminished. And I think that there is some veracity to that. But, if it's said in a way that sounds a little crass, like seek out younger women because they're not as used, and I can see why people would be offended by it, but that might be underpinned by a little bit of logic. So I'd have to see the clip in its entirety.
Yeah, the reason why I'm asking is because in general, I think men do have a biological proclivity. I can't pronounce that word. Proclivity. To seek out like youth and beauty. But I also think when it comes to like settle down, you want a mother who's going to be responsible and good towards her children. So
Any
I
female
think the
could do
idea
that.
like men seek out beauty
Young,
is
old,
true,
doesn't
but
matter.
I also think men seek out a level of like responsibility and maturity that only comes with age. So I was just curious because of the other stuff I've heard from people.
You could train a female, bro. Bro, you could train a female. My nigga, look at Jay-Z and Beyonce, bro. Jay-Z been talking to Beyonce since she was like 17 or 18, something like that. Something around that age. I don't know the exact age, so don't quote me. But he been talking to her since she was about 18 or something. He was already like 30 something. So no, it doesn't matter if she's young as fuck and don't know shit, or if she's old as fuck and know everything about being a mother. It's not about that. You could train a female. That's easy shit to learn. It's easy. How to be a mother is easy. If I'm providing you that life to where all you got to do is focus on that shit, you having everything you want, you don't got to work or nothing, how is that not going to come easy? That's all you got to do. Common sense. Duh.
And also, it's like, sex is just sex. Like, it's just sex.
Huh?
And
what
when
do
you have a
mean by that?
partner, you have an emotional connection with them. And so, like, the guy on your last podcast, he was on here a few days ago, he was saying how, like, for men, sex is just sex. But, like, spending time with a woman and, like, buying her things and, like, going on trips with her is, like, different than having sex with just random people.
Yeah, because I'll have sex with any bitch. I have sex with any bitch. But I ain't gonna buy any bitch certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might buy you a meal, but I'm not finna buy you no clothes, shoes, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that is stuff showing that I actually care about you. Just buying you food and just giving you dick, that ain't shit. Any bitch could get that. You know what I'm saying? It's different levels, and I mean, they should know this. I don't know how the fuck they don't know this.
And that's why they were, like, in an open relationship or whatever.
Can I just have you scoot your mic that way
This
a
way?
little bit? Yeah, perfect.
I mean,
But
I
yeah.
definitely wouldn't say that, like, swapping DNA is, like, just sex. I mean, a man leaves a piece of himself inside of you.
But man, that's the way they think. And, like, for women, we get attached to them emotionally,
Right.
having sex with them.
Which
but
is why
they get
it's
attached.
more of a, when women have a lot of partners, it is different. It is worse in a way, and people don't want to admit that. But because we are more emotional, there is an attachment. It isn't just sex for women. I think women are damaged by those relationships. Women like to think, because of the social simulation, that it can just be sex, it's whatever. Non-committal, the only people that benefit from that lie are men. It is not great to have sex and have a man not call you back. It doesn't feel good. It doesn't matter if a BuzzFeed article says it does. I had a wonderful weekend and this is why I had sex and didn't worry about it. You feel used, and especially, I would say, if you're not a sex worker and a man does that and never calls you back, and you don't even have money to show for it, I think it diminishes your self-worth even more than your worth to a man.
The reason why I say sex is just sex is because in our line of work, we see it as transactional, right? Especially when we're working. And then at the end of the day, they go home to their wives or whatever, right? And it's like, you're emotionally being there for them and taking care of them and doing all this, that, or the other.
So then sex clearly isn't just sex. It's also emotional. It can be.
Yes.
It can be, yes. But I was saying, according to the guy that he had on the last podcast, he said that for men, sex is just sex.
Well,
And that
I disagree with the idea that sex doesn't harm, or casual sex wouldn't harm a man or does harm women, or that sex is just sex. I think a lot of people tell themselves that, but I think it can, like, lead to a lifestyle of just, like, pure hedonism, whether you're, like, a man or a woman, and that can be, like, dangerous, because then you're losing, sight of other things that you value or other aspects of life. So I don't really think, like, I think for some people that can be true, but I think for the majority of people, like, there's a reason why a lot of people are only into monogamy, or why that's been, like, the norm for a lot of cultures. And I think most people are a little bit hardwired to kind of seek out those intimate relationships. And I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying I think that's how most people are, where casual.
No, you speaking on females. The guy that is speaking on males, we are men. Sex doesn't make us exclusive to you, bro. When we fucking, it's not like, oh my God, I'm loving this. I love her. No. It's never like that, bro. We literally fuck. We could dump. A female gotta be able to keep a nigga in a relationship, because we could easily just go fuck something else. That's what our tie is to you, is to being able to fuck anytime we want to. That's the tie. And that you cool and shit as well, you know what I'm saying? It's everything put together. but all of it is surrounded by sex. You cut off the sex from us, you cutting us off. For y'all, it's not about that. It's not about sex to y'all. Y'all want the treatment. Y'all want the princess treatment. Y'all want to be taken care of. You know what I'm saying? That is the connections that we have together. You give us sex, you get princess treatment. If everything else match up as well. You get what I'm saying? Everything got to match up though. But that is the gist. That's why bitches could get the simp niggas all the bread, because they basically give them access to sex. That's what's OnlyFans for. You giving these niggas access to sex, fake sex, but sex nevertheless. You giving them access to sex, and they give you bread. What's the key to what the man? It's the sex. It's the sex. It's the sex. So no, it's not a thing where no, every man don't like. Yes, every man wants sex. Every man wants sex. It doesn't matter what man you talking to, a simp nigga, ugly nigga, fat nigga, black nigga, a whack nigga. It doesn't matter. A lame nigga, it doesn't matter. They all want sex. Every man wants sex, is facts. But sex is nothing. That's why we could fuck any bitch. It doesn't matter. The thing that makes us want to be faithful to you is that we want to be faithful to you. You know what I'm saying? We got to care about you to want to be faithful to you. Otherwise, we can fuck a new bitch every day and it won't hurt us. Y'all, on the other hand, y'all actually get emotional ties from sex. I done had plenty of women be like, oh my God, I love you, just from sex. Because that is, I'm entering you. I'm entering you. You know what I'm saying? I'm entering you. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually, whereas I'm just putting something in, I'm not getting punctured. You get what I'm saying? It's a difference. Let me finish the video up though, and I got a topic for y'all at the end. You get what I'm saying? Like, comment, subscribe.
Sex can be harmful.
And I think it can definitely be harmful for men. I want to be clear. I'm saying that it's different for men and it's different for women, but I don't agree with the statement sex is sex. It's just sex at all.
And it's natural to be like attracted to a lot of different people. You know what I mean? So it's like,
but that comes with self-control. I think attraction is one thing, and acting on those needs or wants by sleeping with multiple people.
That's the difference.
I don't understand that.
Did you want to come in on
I
this?
guess I don't. What do you mean?
Like,
I don't understand
not
why
in
would
response
you.
to her, but
Okay.
just the
In general?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't necessarily agree with the idea that sex is just sex. When I was younger, I definitely had a lot more, like casual sexual relationships, not one night stands or anything by that measure, more like situationship. And as I got older, my views on it kind of changed, and you do feel differently when, like you were saying, it doesn't.
So
feel
why
good
do
to
you
hook
do
up with somebody and
OnlyFans?
not have them call you back? So I actually was celibate for about 2 years before I met my partner. Doing OnlyFans and everything else.
Your
I
current
wasn't,
partner?
Yes.
Okay.
I wasn't sleeping with anybody. I stuck to it very hard because I just didn't really like the feeling of sleeping.
Okay, see, now I was gonna say that's the let me finish playing. Let me finish
with
playing.
somebody and then getting an emotional attachment to them. So I think that certain people, because everybody is different, I don't think that it's that black and white. But I think to some people and to some women and to some men, casual sex really is just sex, whether they're leaving DNA or not. I think that there are people that do actually feel that way, because I've met women that are like that. But for me, it is not that simple. And I don't think that it's that simple for most women.
What are your
It's not. It's not that simple for most women. And the women that feels that way generally are just faking it. They don't really feel that way deep down. They don't feel that way. They don't. Because it's not natural or biologically natural for a female to feel that way. It is biologically natural for a man to feel that way. And if anybody think anything that I'm saying is cow right now, bro, you can literally look at nature. Animals. All animals do the same shit. It's female lions and cubs and shit that fight for the same man. The same man is fucking every single one of those women. It's one man at the whole pride that's fucking every woman in that pride. It's because that naturally and biologically, we want that. That's what we want. Y'all want love. We want lust. You know what I'm saying? We're different creatures. It's no reason to compare us because we made different. We wired different. We made for different things in life. Our purposes in life are different. it depends on, you know what I'm saying, on a bunch of factors depending on the man. But at the end of the day, every man wants that. Now, can every man get it? That's the big question. That's why some men don't. But if a man got that option, best believe he's gonna exercise it, unless he fucks with you to the max. Now, what Shorty was saying about the you know what I'm saying, she was celibate for 2 years. You know what I'm saying? That's cool because she know. It's some that know, some that don't. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that she do the OL with her mans. So, you know what I'm saying? I say that's cool because it's doing it with your mans. You're not out there still single looking for a nigga. I'm talking about the other females that's doing OnlyFans and they don't got no, like they talking about they still want to be married down the line. Like, bro, you telling me I could go your OnlyFans, look at least 3 or 5 different niggas on your shit. It's not even about the niggas. It's just the fact that you really showing yourself for bread. Like the mentality that you gotta have as a female to be like, shit, let me show my titties, I could get $10. But that mentality to me is stupid weak. It's a weak mentality. It's a weak mentality, bro. That's like saying, shit, instead of going to work, I'm finna just suck some and get $40. Bro, that mentality to me is so weak. Just go to work. The fuck? Go to work. Like, now the difference is like, okay, if you doing it with your mans, okay, because that's 9 times 10. You doing it with your mans already. That's 9 times 10 the nigga you gonna be with forever, right? That's the point. Right? I hope so, but I don't know, man. I really don't like touching on these kind of subjects because it really kind of pisses me off. Like how behind these females is thinking that they winning, bro. Y'all not winning, and man, it don't matter what kind of man you talking to. He could be broke as hell. You have money is not going to entice a real man to fuck with you. It's going to entice the bone for sure because you got money. He don't got that. But any man that already got money, the money not going to entice us. We don't care how much money you got if we already got money. We not finna spend your money. You know what I'm saying? It's what comes with you. What's your body count like? And niggas be like, they past don't matter, but it depends on how deep your past is. You get what I'm saying? It depends how deep your past is, because some females be having them passes deep as hell. Like, yo, has to fuck around and freeze up when they tell you some stories they've been through. So that's why most females lie. The fact that you got an OnlyFans, though, you can't lie. We know what you want. You can't lie about it. We know what you want. If you would show your private parts for bread, you will fuck for bread. If you will fuck for bread, you not my type. I'll smash, but am I cuffing? Anyways, though, YouTube, it's been your boy Vic, man. I done dropped down another banger on y'all boys, man. So make sure you go down and like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Comment if you got any questions. You get what I'm saying? It's been your boy Vic, man. If you like this one, you gonna like that video right there, man. Make sure you click it. It's been your boy Vic, man. I'm out. Peace.